Turned it on too early. CC check? Oh, yes, I think that'll have broken when I... Hello? Okay, are they working now? I restarted them. Thank you for picking up on that though, Paper. Working now? Perfect. Incredible, amazing. Okay, I need to pause that. Then we can get into this game, where I'm gonna have to do a shit ton of voice acting and try and remember the voices that I was doing for everyone. So it's the second slot, I know that much. Oh, excuse me. So if you weren't here for the end of last stream, we completed the first initiation rite, and we sent Headwind back up to the Commonwealth to start putting a plan into action to overthrow the Commonwealth, which is fun. Continue on your travels. Oh god, I've got to start with him. Okay. His voice is the hardest for me to do. Good morning, my girl. The place I noted earlier. Let me illuminate the way. Moonlight Alcove. A small landing on the dark side of the Sacred Mountain. Volfred indicates that you can await the next cycle of the rites here. Volfred leads all of you into calm and quiet clearing tucked away inside one of the mountain's hidden folds. All about, you see a variety of strange items and equipment. Got a black wagon. Volfred's in here. Love the look of Supergiant's tree balls. Yeah, hang on. Sorry, just moving my microphone so there were probably noises. You find Volfred seemingly lost in thought, but then he turns to you. Greetings, reader. This wagon and I, we've many memories together, and I could not help reliving some of them just now. I suppose some aspects of my past may be of relevance to you, given your role. If there's something you wish to know, you need but ask. Volfred invites you to inquire about his past. Ask how he knows the Lone Minstrel. You ask Volfred about his history with the Lone Minstrel, whom he seems to know quite well. Tarek was there when the Nightwings took me on. His manner has always been much as how you've seen, although he is somewhat more cheerful now than I recall back then, if you can believe that. I think our plan has sparked a little fire in him. He serves the Rites and the Nightwings. I've tried to ask him of his past before, but he seems rather reluctant to speak of it, though it is plain that he is not from around here. This being the downside, I respect his wishes for some privacy. Nonetheless, although I do not know too much of him, I count him as a friend. I lost track of him for some time, though it was he who first informed me that the Nightwings had returned. He and Tizo were instrumental in our meeting. It's been good to see him doing relatively well, anyway. Was there anything else you wish to talk about for now? Ask why the Nightwings disbanded. Express interest in knowing more of how the Nightwings came to be here and Volfred's past connection to the group. I've been connected to the Nightwings almost since the beginning of my days in exile. They found me, in a manner as I understand, quite like how Headwind and the others found you. Back then it was a smaller group than we have now. I joined an exile called Arisa and another known as Orelek. Arisa, a former exile of the Nightwings who conducted the rites alongside Volfred and Orelek. Orelek, a former exile of the Nightwings who conducted the rites alongside Volfred and Arisa. Once in a while we let little Tizo stand with us as well. He's rather older than he looks. The other triumvirates we stood against, they feared us. Only the Tempers presented any threat to us in any given rite. But there was a terrible accident. Arisa, we lost her, and Orelek, he was my friend. He fell from Mount Elodiel. We lost him as well, on the night when he was to be free. We were reckless, hasty, and I was powerless to stop any of it. I blamed the rights themselves, the circumstances that put us into danger. The downside has claimed many lives, yet this, it was too much. I vowed never again to don the mask and raiments. I had the black wagon cleared and buried such that it could not be used again. If the Nightwings would rise again, it would be under different circumstances, under a new leadership and towards a different purpose. That is all I wish to say of this, my girl. We're not going to ask him about his sentence, because I don't know if that's something that you're meant to ask people. You thank Volfred for his time and bid him a good rest of the afternoon. Likewise to you, reader. Be well. Oh, his voice is so deep. I don't know why I decided to do that, but I guess I didn't think he'd be talking that much. Everyone, the amenities are modest here at Moonlight Alcove, but I suggest that you get comfortable. We may be here for some time. A small landing on the dark side of the Sacred Mountain. As for myself, I have some business to attend to. Please leave the wagon in my care for now. It shall be ready when you need it next. From the mountaintop you can see all across the downside. It's an impossible expanse staring back at you. The thought occurs to you that you may never see another land besides it. And so, you and your companions wait upon the mountaintop in quiet solitude, anticipating when the cycle of rights begins to turn again. Then you shall have another opportunity to free one of your own. You may earn back their freedom one by one. Many moons pass. Then, one evening. May I have a moment, reader? The lone minstrel finds you poring over the Book of Rights, as has been your leaning through your stay at this abode. Jesus, that sentence was difficult. Begging your pardon, but there is something you may wish to see. Please, follow me. You follow him into the cold night. Look forth, reader madam. The stars shine like you have never seen. Once more the path towards salvation is revealed, but now something is different. The stars shine once more. Seek now your destination. Oh shit. Each prior time you searched the stars, they showed to you a single path, but now several rights avail themselves to you at once. Henceforth you may choose from several different rights. Cool. We've got Trieste to the Silver Star. The dissidents are there. Oh, it tells you your record against them. Okay. We've got the Bog Star over there. Oh, that's Dalbert's team. And Haub. I want to fight against the witch again. We're gonna go to the Withdrawn. The stars urge that we go to the Cairn of Haub, a long way off. Wilfred, sir, how are we to reach the Cairn of Haub in due course of time? You know full well, Tariq. Preparations are complete. You think you see the lone minstrel smile, ever faintly, but cannot be sure. Please ask the others to gather their belongings, rest, and then assemble the wagon there at dawn. We shall be departing at that time. As you will, sir. The cycle begins anew. As the years advanced, you'll find there ought be fewer rights this time, until once more we are to traverse Scribe's Gate. Fucking hell, there's some of the words in this my brain is struggling with. Exactly how many it is difficult to say, but our next chance at liberty ought present itself much sooner than before, so let's be ready for it. Now then, see you in the morning, reader. Your companions have not travelled far from Moonlight Alcove. Word of the news soon spreads throughout the group. We can't go into the wagon right now, so we've got to continue the journey. Next morning, Volfred calls everyone together before the black wagon. This old wagon is more than it appears. With Bertrude's aid, it escorted you across the sea. Now, it shall escort us anywhere the stars require. Come and see. I'm assuming it's going to fly. Something has changed about the wagon's interior. What looked before to be odd cracks and signs of age now expose various intricate components once hidden from view. You are the Nightwings. You should travel in their customary way. He turns to you, indicating levers and devices marked with symbols from the book. Now, reader, whenever you're ready, you may take us up. I'll show you how. And everyone else, hang on to something. X to take off! After having soared into the sky, the black wagon remains aloft somehow. Tizo is excited to be flying again. You get the impression this may not be the first time for him. Hey, now we're talking! Impossible. The Nightwings sail the skies again, wheresoever the stars may call for them. There is one catch. The downside provides few locales suitable for landing, though we should be able to find at least a couple landing places near to where we're going. We'll then make way by land or sea toward our destination. Now, without further ado, let us proceed. Oh, that's cool. Sisters, we are under... how did I do the voice? Sisters, we are under attack. Hold, no, we are merely being mocked. By none other than the Nightwings. Mock us all you wish, then, wastrels of the Commonwealth. The sight of you in that utterly outlandish wagon, your mere existence as a front to the act of flight. Would that my sisters and I could soar tireless and free as we once did, but nay, we must resort to such ignoble means of travel such as you. Now, stay away from us, lest our vengeance should extend beyond your Commonwealth and become much more personal in nature. Whee! Here we've got the sea. Ragged Rock is an area we can land. Oh, so the different thingies have different... Okay. Cool. That's a landing spot there. Right, the different groups have different wagons as well. The forbidding cairn of Hope lies below. Not many exiles see fit to cross beyond it. Some fear that the listless remains of Shaq's sick shoulders shall snatch them up if they attempt to cross. Others simply do not want to pass through to flagging hands. Few know its true significance as we do, although your adversaries, the withdrawn, should be on their way there now. Soon you shall confront them once again. So Shunt is the place that we can land, or lick sand. Ruki expressed an interest in seeing how the wild curs in this vicinity are doing. Faye seems interested in visiting the mud baths along this route. Let's go to Ruki's one. You touch down in the heart of Jumma Valley, where you first faced the Fate and the Dissidents. You briefly wonder where they might be now and how they fare. You join your companions for a routine inspection of the wagon following its flight. Faye confirms the wagon's wheels withstood the shifting temperature and still appear to be in reasonable shape. Pyre managed to calm some of the drive imps, prone to dizziness or frenzy at high altitudes. Other than that, everything checks out and the rest of the crew got through the flight without complaint. You now have a little time before having to set forth by land. Oh, cool. The Beyond a Crystal seeks Fade. Ooh. Okay, so we've got... Excuse, though. Okay. Waking wood wisps. We've got a big floaty crystal. A grey stone exhibits a flagrant disregard for natural law, thus providing light entertainment. The so-called singing is the sound of countless screeching wheel mites. Oof. We've got 2 scribe trials available. We've also got the Book of Rites. We've got a few new pages. Living in exile. In the words of Jumma Menumane, the Alpha Chief. Once I too roamed free. I remember well those days in which I was called Chief. I travelled all the world over on my 4 good paws and I was well adored. I wanted to grow stronger. Here at last I have. I shall not mince my words. This place shall either harden you or kill you. It shall haunt you with old memories. You share the exile's plight. My charge is to alleviate the sting of it for you a little bit, and to prolong your stay, but only for as long as needed. Your charge is to return. We call this place the downside for a reason, but in time, here you can learn to eat, to seek out shelter, and to find a certain beauty in unlikely places. Forsaken Lands. In the words of Malton Millith, the Wild Witch. Years upon long years we spent distilling life essence from many things, which all once writhed under the auspices of their mortality, which we ourselves cut short. In this we have no regrets, for we learned much, and so we think did they. We earned the title Witch, and we were forced to flee into the downside. Here we encountered Soli and Mer, and soon we gained an understanding of each other. He bade us circumnavigate these lands and catalogue our findings. We felt a strong desire to expose the secrets of this land. He wished to yield benefit to those who followed in our wake. Indulge us both, then. Okay, so we do have multiple pages in some of them. Oh, and then it'll take us... Yeah, okay. Cool. Jamur Valley. The downside prairie at first appears serene. It is not. The soil there accommodates only the region's brutish native vines and overbrush. The most likely food sources prove poisonous. Thus we journeyed further north. The climate there grew fouler to my senses, though the Kerr Jamur found it amenable. The sprawling valley, pocked with long evaporated lakes, gives evidence to the monstrosities which roamed this land. We found the region's western edge to be more pleasant, on the whole. Therein we found sources of fresh water, whereas over to the east we found the edge of the land's most hideous decay. Mount Elodial. Gaining the summit of the sacred Mount Elodial involved no small amount of sacrifice and sorcery. In varying proportion. The mountain's energies were palpable, the sensation that we felt indescribable. The lands we stood upon were closer to the stars than to the world we knew. It was upon this highest point in all the downside that we first made efforts to concoct this tome, which you now read. It was there that we were stricken with a vision of the cycle of rites, and felt, together, for the first, a sense of freedom unlike any we experienced before. But that is a subject which our comrades shall illuminate in greater detail. Okay. Celestial landmarks. In the words of Luce Glorian Hundred Minds the Scholar, do you feel a kinship with the stars? You owe your everything to them, perhaps one day even your freedom. I chased the stars across the river of my genealogy until they led me here. I demanded they explain to me the paradox of knowledge, for how is it that something can be shared but still contained within ourselves in its entirety? The stars did not respond, but set me on a quest. I sought the 9 landmarks, which they revealed to me so that someday I would reveal their mysteries to you. These landmarks, emissaries of the stars, are 9 lenses through which we see the land, and see ourselves in a new light. The Book of Rites. Much can be said about the Sisters of the Arch, whom we banished to the great beyond for deeds irredeemable. Suffice it that the details of their banishment are written in this book. I'm assuming the Sisters of the Arch is what Sandra is part of. The sisters and the book became inseparable, not unlike the stars, their light, and the infinite darkness that engulfs them. Yep. The stars communicate to us, and you in turn. The words within this book are but an edifice, a simple surface. Look past the text to the hidden meaning, to the hidden power. The stars above, as they are not mere lights, these are not mere words. If you chance upon the Sisters of the Arch within their prison, here, give them our thanks. 9 Triumvirates. First I found it much too difficult to read, much less to write, even to grasp the quill. But the Horned One, Mer, implored me. He said this was the greatest gift that he could give me in return. In return for what, I asked. In return for his life, he said. But I did not save your life, I said. You did, he said. We fight about this still. Mer is stubborn, more than I. Now herein, and by his leave, I chronicle the 9 Triumvirates, for I am of this land, and unlike the rest who wish to leave. We know not everyone could leave who wanted. Seldom would the opportunity arise. Thus did we organize those striving for the chance into 9 sets of 3. Ooh. On Commonwealth. Ooh. Spicy. We, the 8, assembled here together in the downside, and we gave our freedom so that you may yet have yours. It's an exchange we have not lightly made. It is my charge to ensure you that, should you regain your freedom, first off recognize its qualities and also use it wisely. You do not need a pair of wings in order to be free. My own wings, I once thought that they could take me anywhere, and then they took me here where I am bound. It is your charge to be free, and not make the same mistakes. Spring from here, and learn from what we did, and build a new and great society, a free society with wings spread wide for everyone. That was a lot of exposition. Let's try this right thingy for Faye. Once more you have returned to me. What is it, reader? You have invoked Sandra from the Beyond Crystal. Ask her what's on her mind. How very kind of you to visit me again like this, so lovely reader. For I was just standing about in the blackness of this void, thinking it would be most pleasant if something were to happen for a change. It was a long period of time that this incarceration of mine failed utterly to do anything but bring me a peace of mind. Not much of a punishment. I invite you to imagine an upbringing among the Sisters of the Arch. Living on the outskirts of civilization, your days all full of training which could kill you or just cripple you for life. An ancient band of killers, trained almost from birth to carry out their missions without fail. Ooh. How do you suppose I lost my sight? Through glorious battle with the scribes, or in a careless sparring session with my master? Ah, but I've not forgotten enough just yet. In any case, at first I welcomed the prospect of not having to struggle every moment to survive. But in less than 2 centuries, why, I started to grow terribly bored. It did not help at all that the Nightwings of the early days were the stodgiest lot you could imagine, obsessed with obeying the book as strictly as they could. Some of them started to remind me of myself, I think, when I was young. Such idiots, the lot of them. Oh, but what am I saying, lovely reader? I shall not bore you further with such matters. I would have bored myself to death back then if only I could die. Like so many other things, I think mortality is something we often take for granted, until it's taken away, so, given your mortality, what say that we get back to business here? I like Sandra. Request of her a scribe trial. I'm always prepared to cut your idiots and their egos down to size. Who shall it be? You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Faye. I must admit I do sense something from that one. I once had a wild heart myself, quite like her own. We shall see if there's more to her than that. Let us bring her forth. Soon Faye arrives in heed of the summons. The scribes! I think that if I listen carefully, I can hear them calling out to me. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, girl. The place where you reside at present has but a single rule, which is you answer to me here. Wow, okay, I will. Such naive enthusiasm. Now, be silent. It is plain to me that you have much to learn as yet about the rites, but you have learned something, and I would see you prove it, without the benefit of anyone save your reader. Okay. Are you out there to help me with this, miss? Oh, we got banished. Faye doesn't take too long to come back, though. Oh, that's rude. Okay, they're gonna skull there. Yeah, Faye's upgrade where we have Instacast. The Faithful Drifter. Or near enough to Instacast with our... Oh! No one's on the playing field. Faye's one of the ones I'm best with, I think. Okay, how did I do? How did I do? I must admit that you did better than I had expected, girl. You've passed this trial of yours. Some congratulations are in order, to you and also to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. Such a neat game. It is. Did I imagine all of that, miss? Because I hope I didn't. Wow, what is that you have there? You received Kylmer's Anklet for completing phase trial. Rank 20 legendary talisman. Oh my god, she's got bouncing aura. Faye is going to be probably my best character. Explore Lake Sand. You take some of the afternoon to survey the area with Ruki. You observe many curs off in the distance, driven half-wild from the heat. I don't know any of those mutts, or to steer clear of them in fact. Let's go, sister. There's nothing you can do for the creatures. The sight of them makes you all too eager to return to the wagon and immerse yourself in your vocations. Oh, we've got vocations. Okay. We do also have a conversation with Ruki in the black wagon. You find Ruki having just put back his Green-tail family portrait. There is something of a wistful look in his eyes. Then something comes over him and he moves in close, lowering his voice. Look, sister, I gotta level with you about something here real quick. Truth is that I haven't been entirely upfront with you about my family situation. He hesitates a while then. We ain't exactly quite as rich as I've been letting on. I mean, we do just fine and we got lots of money stored away. It's just mostly locked up in savings bonds, and he seems to catch himself in the middle of another tall tale and relents before you can respond one way or another. The situation is my mum back on the other side. She needs a little bit of help, financially and otherwise. All she's got now are my knuckle-headed uncles to keep her steady. Always told her I'd make something of myself, you know. I was just a clerk in her shop. Things started getting tough for us, so I looked for all kinds of different work. Got in with some unseemly sorts, I guess, but the pay was real good. We took to shipping certain types of stuff down here, of all places, flushing it straight down the river watertight. The pay was right. My mum was so proud of me. We were eating real good all the time. But you can probably guess what happened. I barely scraped by after they flushed me down here. Would have been food for a bunch of howlers had Jody not bailed me out of a tough spot one fine evening. As for my mum, she doesn't know the half of it. My uncle's told her that I'm away on business. Not entirely untrue, I guess, but if she knew, it'd break her poor heart. So, don't know how else to put this, sister, but I want to get out of here. Back to what I was doing back home. On the straight and narrow, though. I'd go straight this time for sure. Just don't go telling everyone that old Ruki Greentail's just a mama's boy, okay? I got a certain reputation to uphold. Oh, bless him. Roster bio updated. Ruki. How do I check that? Okay. We're gonna mentor someone, I think. We could mentor Ruki. Hameth's probably the one who would gain most out of this, because it'd get her to rank 3. Why, certainly, Rita, darling. How good of you to ask. You and Pameth have spent some time reviewing some of the specific aspects of the rite, such as the properties of the aura. You sense she's gained something from it. All in all, having to unlearn everything I've learned is going somewhat faster than expected. So we have faster flying. So we've got, yeah, banishing. Let's go for fell swoop. I hadn't thought of it quite that way, Reader darling. She also calls me Reader darling. Such a flirt. Okay, continue your journey. The Cairn of Haub. The Cairn of Haub and the 8 scribes has been revealed to us. Slug Market. Hey guys, come on in. Say now, whatever happened to that smiley headwind guy? Did he really get out of here like I've been hearing, or what? He did indeed. Do I want to go for this lunar glass? Probably not anymore. There we go. See you guys again sometime soon, maybe, okay? Because I gotta say, you are my favourite customers I had all week. Thus, commence the rite. Though the now familiar surroundings of the cairn have, however, made preparations faster than before, the stars are already aflame by the time you and the others are gathered. At last. Well, Tizo, I have every faith in your ability in this. Tizo is feeling more than ready to take on the Withdrawn. You wish them all good fortune in turn. Little else is said, and together you watch celestial harmony in calm and silence, and await the Withdrawn. I need to not forget that we've got 2 more pages as well from the Book of Rites.
Ever persevering, aren't we? Well then, rejoice.
I want to know more about the voice.
The cycle of the rites begins anew. Perhaps you'll liberate another soon enough. Your chosen adversaries here shall be the Withdrawn. Reduce their flame to ash, just as you did when last you met. Now, who exactly shall oppose them?
I mean, we've got to use Faye. Previous time, besmirched our flames you did. A mockery. This time, all for Islach. No matter the result and no matter the cost. The Withdrawn. Let us show them what the Night Rooms can do. Frozen Soul. We have grown strong. The power of Islach courses through our veins. We sense it and to speak the truth. The Withdrawn are more capable than before. Each time you face a triumvirate, they gain talismans and masteries. Do not underestimate them. Press for more info about the Withdrawn. So, we've got minus 20 Pyre already. She deals more damage, so we want to try and keep her banished. Got super speedy Orb Flinger. And another super speedy Orb Flinger, so we've got to be careful of those. I like Jody. We'll choose Jody. We'll definitely choose Faye. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I didn't know that this was a thing. Cool, you can read the bios of people. So Ruki's bio will have updated. Astral sign, we learned that. Oh, that's cute. I love this. So as we talk more to them, we'll learn more. Oh, Panther will not join in the rites with Jodie. Okay. Well, we're gonna use Faye.
Faye.
We'll go for Ruki as well. But Ruki's gonna grab the Ashen Coal. Which puts us pretty much on level 30. We got this, people! Here, Seaslack, bring to us thy terrible power.
Somebody get the orb. Within the order. The path to
Got it.
glory laid bare.
Good start.
Woodmilda's not so scary now.
She's so freaking fast, though.
Vanished to the last absolution.
Even now, the ashes of our pyre mingle with his lifeblood. Prevail or no, he shall not interfere with his return. Oh, Ruki got.
You left
Shit.
yourselves wide open.
Oh, yeah, we kind of did.
Fine. One triumvirate stands unopposed. Very
Hell yeah, Ruki. If we can get another goal with Jodie, we finish this.
be gone, Kildare. Did that one throw it in?
It did.
An opportunity. The orb engulfed their fire.
We just need one more goal from anyone now.
Your victory's at hand. Someone there rose to the occasion. Now there's a prod down.
Hex of Death.
A stroke of luck is all. And it is done.
Indeed it is.
The Nightwings prevail. Meanwhile, their adversaries wallow in defeat. The right is done.
It's like save his defeat. Thine, ours, he cares not. He shall see.
Bask now in the wisdom of the scribes.
We should definitely use Pamatha next time, because she's got a lot of
Until
inspiration.
the next rite.
Indeed. Until the next rite. You return to the wagon after you and your fellow exiles defeated the withdrawal and find Wolfred waiting for you there. Well done back there, my girl. You are serving your companions well. Now then, I have something that I wish to share with you if you have a moment. We've discussed the plan, of which we're all a part. I have a means of measuring our progress towards the goal of it. I'd like for you to have a look at it. First, let's determine where the rites may take us next. Look forth. I expect you shall again see several shimmering stars where once you saw but one. You gaze into the darkness of night. We've got Trieste, Lou, or Melith. Several shining stars, a trick of the eye or the will of the scribes, who can say. I too once gained this newfound vision many years ago, following my first liberation rite, and I believe only we of the Nightwings have this gift. I realized that in choosing whom the Nightwings confront in each rite, we in turn influence which triumvirate we face when the time comes for someone to be set free. The object I invite you to use contains further detail. Henceforth you may use Volfred's planner to see the current progress. Look upon it now. Ooh. Shit, okay. Using Volfred's planner, you may assess your progress towards your ultimate goal as well as check the current standings of your adversaries. Volfred shall keep this information up to date for the remainder of your quest. You may look over it now at any time in the Black Wagon or while searching for stars. Okay. Oh, okay. Ooh, right. So, I'm assuming favor is set to 0 if they lose a liberation rate. We're most likely to fight the Essence at the minute. That's cool. And we can just check it like that. Cool. So Melith, we have the Dissidents. We have the Accusers at Trieste. Or the Fate at Lou the Vernal Star. Let's go to Melith. Fight the Dissidents. We're not too far from that one. We're gonna be butting heads against old Barker again, are we, sister? Guess it helps to know ahead of time so I can brush up on my grovelling. He then shares with you what he knows of your next opponent. Barker Ashpaws, a volatile cur whose pack, the Dissidents, conduct the rites more so for thrill than freedom. Back on the other side, Barker never quite took to the culture of the Commonwealth, and often ran afoul of the law for various acts of boorishness or vandalism. He always promised to go straight, and in time he found a certain niche, for he was an accomplished hunter, and the people of the Commonwealth did have an appetite. Barker relished the hunt, more than anything, and spent his earnings on a variety of questionable things. One particularly raucous evening, Barker was caught relieving himself on the foot of the statue of the Archjustice Androboles the Fourth, and that was the end of his citizenship. The Grand Judge, who in 617 AS issued a decree prohibiting literacy in answer to growing unrest. Jesus. What an asshole. In the downside, it seems he caught notice of the Dissidents, who in turn must have observed his speed, ferocity, and fearlessness. He is now the best of them. Barker's reputation grew among the exiled curs of the Drumur Valley region, where he is feared and unafraid of taking what he wants. Not long after they flushed me down, I was just trying to make ends meet and made a deal with him. In hindsight, let's just say it was a bad idea. He could make my life go real sour if he wants. Anyway, I'd better go pass out. We've got a long few days ahead. You wish Ruki a restful evening, in turn. It's too late to take flight, though tomorrow you can press on. Phase in here. We've got Volfred's planner there. That's... In the common room you may review various notes and observations about your fellow exiles and their respective paths towards enlightenment and the rites. So this gets us this. Okay, I get how the arrows work on this as well. So yeah, definitely utilising Pamitha in the next one, possibly Sir Gilman as well. And then maybe Faye just because she's really good. We have... a musical instrument now. Oh god, who decided that was a good idea? We've got the planner as well. So we're going to be fighting the dissidents. They're 2 for 3 at the minute. Oh, 2 for 5. Possibly. The 8 scribes, we found each other in due time by fate, not by coincidence. The wise Luscorian stood among the trees, gazing at the stars expecting us. The wild witch Melith was so enthralled by my liege's utter transformation she stayed to her sorceries. The blessed-born Triesta swooped down upon us, but to warn of imminent attack. The many-maned Jumur thus intervened and shared with us his humour and his hunt. Even the under-king Oris himself sought out an audience with us. Thus we became the 8 and journeyed on together. Cain of Haub. How ironic that the shattered remnants of the Bone Titan Shaq's 6 shoulders, which once stood vigilant over the archway into flagging hands, remain now as foreboding as when that horrid monster still possessed unnatural life. After little Haub dispatched the Bone Titan in a feat of ingenuity, Shax's pieces fell onto the valley floor, forming a set of standing stones which Haub marked. Further traces of the Titan's glacial blood coagulated into perfect frozen drops, which still shimmer in the darkness. 6 shoulders seems to start reanimating when the stars above him dance in a certain way. Paint the sigil, then, in the shining light. The Withdrawn. The Withdrawn did spawn forth from the wild witch Melith, in whose vigilant pursuit of the unknown and the unknowable I always felt a certain kinship. Whether the Withdrawn were Melith's kin by blood or merely worshippers, we trusted one another not to ask or care. What mattered was that Melith chose the most audacious minds, who stopped at nothing short of the impossible. Though ever distant, the Withdrawn revealed to us such truths about the land which lay long hidden, even to one such as I. Their knowledge ever waking into newfound depths of consciousness may lead us all to better know ourselves. Cool. Let's talk to Faye. Faye seems to be in a happy mood, though she always seems to be around Jadariel, who is listening to her with patience. So I would just look within the swallow caps each daybreak for the morning dew to drink, and once in a while I would find maybe a stream to drink from too, you know? Though I'd get very thirsty sometimes too. I tried drinking tree sap once, it wasn't very good. It was very bad, I guess. She seems to be discussing how exactly she managed to survive in the downside all alone for so long. Jadariel watches her intently all the while. Food? Well, food was harder to find, usually because, this is a bit embarrassing, but I tried never to harm a living thing, you know, because it makes me very sad. But sometimes it's the way of things, I understand, I do, and so I would eat as often as I needed to, and tried a lot of different things to see if they were good. Most of them weren't, though. But I got by, I learned to get by. I already knew how a little bit, because back home where I came from, there I had to get by there too. Here, well, it was harder, but it wasn't that much harder, really, in a way. Jadariel remains silent for some time as Faye trails off, then she embraces Faye and holds her there gently. Faye lets out a breath, but says nothing either for a while. Faye, may I ask a question of you? Me? Oh, of course, what question is it? How old are you? Do you know? Oh, I'm 19 years old. That's how old I am, I think. Truly, then, you have seen a lot in not a lot of time. Know that what you've achieved, it is a feat. I have known seasoned soldiers who could not have lived through the experiences you have described. Oh, really? Wow, thank you. Thanks you so much. You've seldom seen Faye look so joyful as this moment. As for Jadariel, you could count on one hand the number of times you have seen a smile play across her lips. You leave them to their conversation. I love them so much. Okay, continue the journey. The Pit of Melith is where we're to land. The gloom hangs thick above the Pit of Melith and all around it. You're brave to seek your adversaries again here, reader. Many in the downside believe it to be nothing other than a foul den. They take the tales of Illich/Astraborn to be mythology embellished through retelling over time. You have met others, such as the witch Udmilda, who believe otherwise, although whichever their beliefs, I know none of who would go near the place unless the stars demanded it. Thus shall your commencing right against the dissidents take place in complete secrecy, as always the rights have. Okay, so we've got Plague Month or Cold Moat to go to. We're gonna go to Cold Moat because Jodie wants something here. Oh, Fallowfield is an option as well. I didn't see that. Ooh, Stardust, we could get there, but let's go for Cold Moat. You return to the dismal region known as Flagging Hands. Straight away you sense an air of dread, yet cling to hope that you can make your stay as brief as possible. You and your fellow exiles have time to yourselves before the day is done. Nonetheless, the dismal environs soon take their toll on everyone. Most of your fellow exiles lose one hope for the next ride. The Beyond a Crystal Seeks Panel. We also have a new page. Flagging Hands. Beyond the valley lies the Flagging Hands, which could be called a swamp if an entire sea could merely be a lake. Soon after our arrival, several of us fell into a dark despair, such were the environs. I found it rather fascinating, though. It held aspects reminiscent of the southern bogs we dwelt in as a tad. We grew accustomed to the dampness of the air, and grew to savour certain twigs and beetles. It can be said the Flagging Hands are an acquired taste, recommendable only for those of our same bent, or perhaps the downside's native imps. The sea surrounded the environs on three sides, appearing insurmountable at first. Cool. We're not going to do the other trial yet. We're going to search for valuables, though. At Chidariel's behest, you explore the gloomy hollows of Coldmoat. However, the search proves fruitless and you see little reason to keep at it. I owe you back your time, reader. You exchange some words of consolation as you head back to the Black Wagon, where you should still have time to pursue your vocations. Now we have a conversation, probably with Jodie, yeah. For whatever reason, though these always have like a glowy thing above them. Unless it's the white loot. Anyway. You find Chidariel seemingly deep in thought. You consider whether to even bother her. Your presence is not unwelcome, reader. Remain a moment, please. She stares at you for some time. Today marks the beginning of my 16th year in exile. You look back at her and remain silent. You sense that all she wants from you right now is for you to listen. I have kept count, notches in this breastplate of mine for each passing day. Notice how much it has frayed. 16 years, reader. The orphans whom I fostered would long be since fully grown. Some of them are likely gone. Many of them spoke how they longed to one day serve with me on the blood border. The northern edge of the Commonwealth is a flat and vulnerable expanse. The Highwing remnants seized upon it at every opportunity, from the cover of clouds or darkness. Sometimes I cannot help but wonder if I was still captain. Could I have protected them? Could I have made a difference? I think not. The Commonwealth and the Highwing remnants, they fought eternally. Those such as I have come and gone throughout the age. I catch myself feeling pity for my years, but then, had I remained there on the blood border, it is unlikely I would have lived to see this day. She looks at you again. Do you know why they cast me down? I was a decorated captain. They said I was the best. She closes her eyes a moment before she continues. One day, it was a standard patrol, but I ran across a pack of harp fledglings, fully armed and preparing for a strike, but all on their own. They were nothing for my regiment. We ensnared them all and took them in. A considerable prize. They were not yet conditioned and could be made to talk. When the order came down that they were to be executed, I could not bring myself. The Commonwealth prided itself on mercy, committing such acts through one such as me. It was unconscionable. So I thought then, at least in my younger years, I let the damned birds go. Made no claims as to the contrary and turned myself in. I was cast down the following week, 16 years ago. Thus my enemies had the last laugh in that exchange. If I were faced with the same choice again today, I do not know for certain that I would have chosen just the same. Now then, I shall go and mark this occasion as I have always done. Be well, reader. She heads out of the wagon alone. Nomadic, thank you so much for the raid. Oh my goodness, how are you doing? How was your stream? Were you gnome brewing today? Hi Lightning Invoker, how are you? We are actually going to take a break in a second here because it's been about an hour. Hey Aras, how are you? Raid! Hi RK9. I'm assuming that's how you say your name. Please correct me if I'm wrong though. You were? It was a good brew? I'm glad to hear it. What sort of stuff were you talking about today? Hey Otter Geekdom. How are you? Hey Gnome. I hope you're doing well. We are playing Pyre. It has just opened up immensely for us, like in ways that I didn't even know it could, which is really cool. If you don't know Pyre, it's a sports game made by Supergiant Games, the same people who made Bastion, Transistor, and Hades. Baby BBB, how are you doing? You're not even sure what you talked about. Otter Geekdom, thank you for the follow. But yeah, we're playing Pyre, which is basically a sports game made by the people who made Hades, Supergiant Games. They made Bastion and Transistor. Transistor is my favourite game of all time. Pyre is incredible as well, and it's just we've got through the the sort of first main chapter of it, I guess, where everything's kind of opened up and we can branch off now, which is really cool. If you guys don't know me, my name is Rose. I'm a trans broadcaster from the UK. I play a lot of different games. And at the minute we're doing a Supergiant summer event, where basically I'm playing through Supergiant's catalogue of games. So we've already played Bastion and Transistor. VODs will be saved for that. I need to remember to actually do that after stream. Let me actually write that down so I don't forget. Save Supergiant VODs. Cool. Okay, hopefully I won't forget that now that that's written down. Stick the post-it 2 in my bookcase. Cool. Also, if people in my stream haven't heard of Nomadic, you absolutely should go and check out Gnome's stream. It's really cool. He does this thing called Gnome Brew, which is sort of a talk show, as far as I know. I really enjoy hanging out there. They have a lot of fun over in Nomadic stream, and it's great for me to just sort of sit and listen to sometimes while I'm not doing anything else, or while I am doing other stuff as well. It's very good, and they are always very funny, I find. That's one of the things that Nomadic is very good at, is having incredibly funny conversations with his guests. So yeah, let's get a shout out in chat. And for now, I'm going to take a very quick break because I need to grab another drink. I've run out, and this is not a game where I want to be out of drink, because there's a lot of talking and a lot of narrating, a lot of voice acting, which I'm trying to do. It's questionable at best, I think. But yeah, I'll see you all in a couple of minutes. I'll be right back.
I'm a tradition from a long, long time. But you a tradition is I'm on the right track. Come on, I'm on the right road. It's a good that it's a good that why something run? I'm a traditional from a long, long time. It's the fire burn. I'm on the right track. Oh, if you're fine, I'm on the right track. Don't get confused and lie. Change your ways, yeah. Nothing don't come easy. Oh, but it's happening. Gunshot challenge and bomb of flame, taking over the world.
Hello! I'm back. Hang on. There we go. You've gotten to Held It in Cuphead. I've never played Cuphead. How are you finding it? Yeah, it's just some space vibes lo-fi is what the playlist is about, I think. Okay, we've got some time. Let's study in private for a bit. You locate a secluded area nearby where you should be able to study the Book of Rites. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. We'll grab extra quickness, yeah. You concentrate your knowledge of the 8 scribes and how together they compose the Book of Rites among their many feats. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within you cannot tell. You gain the reader's influence, celerity. Finish studying. Continue your journey. Let's go. Being here in flagging hands continues to sap most everyone's spirits. Your companions lose 1 hope for the next ride. It just means people take a bit longer to respawn. It takes a lot of patience. It took you like 2 to 3 hours to beat Run and Gun, which isn't even a boss. Oh jeez. Yeah, I don't know how well I'd do at Cuphead. I don't think I'd be very good at it. Here in the muddy bleakness of flagging hands, you encounter a messenger imp come to deliver news and rumours from the other side. The news this time pertains to Hedwyn, whom you liberated at the fall of Solium. Oh, we get to know about our companions in the Commonwealth. You learn Hedwyn returned safely to the Commonwealth, where he was clothed and welcomed, his past transgressions all forgiven. He was to be groomed for a leadership position of his choice, whether on the Council or the Blood Border, each equally as lucrative and secretive as well. However, he refused, and before the stunned council members could do anything about it, he left them. He has since made contact with Volfred's agents and is working together with them. Thus the ranks of the revolution grow stronger. Per the messenger imp custom, the last part of the message was transcribed from Hedwyn, word for word, and says, "Keep going. I'll see you there." You thank the messenger imp for relaying the information. Soon your companions are all abuzz about it. Tizo is happy to hear Hedwyn as well back in the Commonwealth. He did it. Oh, I thought Hedwyn was looking for someone out there back home. Do you think he found her? Yeah, that's how it's done, Hedwyn. Right behind you, chum. A glorious example Hedwyn sets for all of us. Wonder if he'll ever find the one he fell for. The news of Hedwyn's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. Extra hope. Wish Hedwyn luck. You got this, buddy. That's cool. I like that they do that. This game is a lot of fun. We've got the Pit of Milith and the Scribe's Deeds, so let's check that out real quick. Got some mushrooms. That's cool. The Scribe's Deeds. I wish to be remembered not for boastfulness, thus I refrain from detailing our exploits across the land, save to say that they were numerous. Know that only through our combined strength of arms and wit did we withstand this savage land, such were the monstrous dangers that it posed. I came to see that all the terrors which I heard at bedside in my youth were based entirely in fact. So great they were, they blotted out the sky. Such was the evil that we vanquished, that the remnants of it yet shine under the stars, and, in the end, it was the stars which guided us toward our truest calling. The Pit of Milith. If there is one celestial landmark in which I would never again wish to tread, unless, of course, the stars beseech me to, it has to be the pit. It was dark in there beyond all reckoning. If not for Milith's sorcerer's lantern, all of us, we all would have been lost. What lies within the pit is not to be invoked, although I have no doubt our goodly under-king shall be unable to prevent himself from boasting of how Milith sealed it there for an entire age. The thing yet lives there. The thing yet lies there on the edge of death, though its connection to the stars, it gives the pit significance. Walk there with courage and a steady mind. Cool. Got the slug market. Oh hey, it's always nice to see you guys, honest, and I'm not just saying that because you're customers, definitely not saying it just because of that, but anyways, go have a look around. Burning Promise. Ooh, okay. Cool. We'll leave that for now. We're leaving so soon, guys? Yep, sorry, Falcon Ron. Let's commence the ride. That would be a different storyline. Yeah, they all sold their shoes to the devil. You sense something is troubling him, something to do with your next adversaries. Oh, hey sister, just wanted to let you know that I'm pumped and ready to take on the dissidents this time. Sure I am, alright? That Barker, he's not so scary once you get to know him like I do, you know? So don't you worry, because I won't be going easy on him after last time. As Rookie marches off towards the clearing, you notice his grin fade away. In the distance, you hear the dissidents begin to hoot and howl. I fucking love their theme, it's so good. The devil needs 9 pairs of shoes each day for each level of hells. Yeah.
The 8 scribes summon you to the pit of Melif. Your adversaries in the rites this eve shall be the dissidents. Whose ever pyre yet burns ere the break of dawn shall surge forward on the path to glory. Now prepare yourself.
Oi mates, look at what we have here. Greentail, is that you? Yeah, Barker, it's me alright. Well, I'll be, so tell me something then, Greentail. You gonna go against me this time or keep on being a stinking coward like before, huh? What do I do, what do I do, what do I do, what do I do? Wait, he says he wants to fight. If you can beat him, maybe he'll leave us alone. He'll leave the Greentails alone. I can make it worth his while. Barker? What is it, mate? The right's about to start. Well, I was just thinking. I know I owe you and everything, but I've got a deal for you. You like a good deal, don't you? Ha! I like a good laugh's more like it, but I'll bite, Greentail. What's your fancy here? I was thinking, if I can beat you here, we're squared away. You let me off the hook. Ha! I see, but tell me something, mate. Now why in this stinking world would I want to do a thing like that? What's in it for me when I beat you instead? Then I'll pay you double what I owe. I promise, but you have to promise too, Kerr's oath. Oi, really now? Double or nothing then, is it? Aye. You drive a hard bargain there, mate, but alright, it's a deal. You beat me and my pack right here, right now, and you're debt-free as far as I'm concerned. Of course, if you don't, I'll be fleecing you for all you're worth, your stupid uncles and that dear old mum of yours. See you shortly then. Rookie then turns to you. Hey, so this one means a lot to me, you understand there, sister? Let me go against these guys and I'll make sure we'll show them up, okay? No pressure, I know, right? Holy shit. Jesus.
Who shall stand together here this night?
More info about the dissidents. We have Barker. It tells us... okay. It has bios for all of them as well. All of them are Kerr's. Okay. They've got extra presence, which means he's got a bunch of aura. Oh, 85% chance to avoid banishment if they jump into our pyre. That's difficult. Okay. And he's got double jump and can cast further. I think this game is on a few different platforms. It's definitely on PC because that's what I'm playing on. I'm fairly sure it's on Switch and Xbox and PlayStation as well. Well, we're gonna have to put Rookie in this, right?
Rookie.
We're gonna bring Pamitha along.
Pamitha.
Faye's just really good, so I want to use her again. We've got small auras. Rookie, he's always been so kind to me. If I help us to prevail here, then maybe I can start to make it up to him. Alright then, Greentail, bring it on, or it's your dear old mum who's gonna pay. They have a hell of a lot of presents.
Glorious.
Okay, we'll get that as a start. Jesus, this is carnage, yeah. We should score at least once with Rookie. Ooh, dropped it. And got banished. Ow. Yeah, they're going after a heavy banishment strategy.
Glory to the scribes. Kamafa banished. Alas.
God damn. What's the matter, Greentail? Methinks you seem a little nervous on your paws out there. Just shut up already, Barker. Let's get on with it. What's that you say, huh? You think you can talk back to me like that, Greentail? You heard me, Barker. Stay out of my damn way. Or what, mate? Or I'll sink these nervous little teeth into your neck, old chum. Shit him, how?
A menace to the Commonwealth and is a blight upon the rights.
Jesus, they're just...
Good.
Fucking... Their strategy is really bugging me because it is just banish everything. Can we just not get the ball now? Okay, we can.
Another banishment.
Oh, come on. Finally. Can't win if you can't play? Yeah. It's kind of a story-focused sports game, which probably sounds really weird. I couldn't get out of the way in time.
How very fortunate. They're Pyre spotters.
Okay, I think we're going to be okay. Can you replay if you lose a battle? So the story continues whether or not you win or lose. Or whether you win or lose, basically. God, that makes it so freaking difficult. We've got so little hope here as well. This is a rough one. We've got to hope that their prayer beads don't go off like that, because I thought their prayer beads hadn't gone off, but yeah, they're gonna keep making me drop it.
That's it.
Fucking hell.
Beneath contempt.
I don't know if you can make a character's backstory worse. Oh, Jesus hell, this is so difficult. Because they have so much more hope than we do right now. Oh my god, how did they not get banished from that?
Now go.
There we go. Jesus Christ.
Prevailed yet again. Their adversaries confidently thwarted.
Yeah, that's... God, those are
The
difficult people to
ceremony
fight.
is complete.
Though I'm glad we won't have to fight them in the Ascension rites. Woohoo, we did it, we got him! Yep. Greentail, you got us fair and square, mate. As fair as square as this stuff gets, right? So my family, you'll leave alone? You said you'd leave him alone. Ease off there, Greendale. A deal's a deal. Now then, me and my pack had better step it up for when we see you and your mates again. I'll be looking forward. Ruki watches him depart and then turns to you as his expression softens. Don't know what to tell you, sister, other than I really owe you one. Maybe it does affect the story, whether you win or lose. But I don't know if it'll be like in a, like, oh well, you lost so it's bad every single time way, you know?
Until the stars align.
Oh, Jesus. Back at the wagon over, triumphing over the distance in the right, you are able to recover for a time, that you have another task this night. Time again to seek out where the right shall take you next, by searching for the answer in the waning starlight. The plan is just to not find out how losing affects the game, right? Yeah, exactly. Seek now your destination. We've got Trieste, or Jamur, or Ores. So let's have a look. Jamur would be the Pyre Hearts. Ores is the Essence. And Trieste is the Fate. Let's check the planner. We're 10 and 0. We're 10 and 0. Okay, I don't think we're going to fight the Dissidents. Essence is who we're going to likely fight. If we beat them, possibly the Fate will move up, right? The Favor. So if we beat the Dissidents here, hopefully the Fates might increase, because I want to fight the Fates in the Ascension Rites. Fantasy Astrologian Soccer. Yeah, it's Wizard Basketball with, it's Wizard Astrology Basketball, is the best way to describe it. Okay, so yeah, let's see if we can fight Essence. Which is Ores. I don't know how we'll do against them, but let's see. So, we're to have another brush for Tamitha. Perhaps she'll spare me yet another moment of her time. She's here because of me, and I am here for her. Pamithan then tells you more of your next adversary, her own blood sister. Tamitha Thane, a harp of the Highwing remnants raised from birth to excel in outwitting and outmaneuvering her enemies. She seems driven by her hatred for the Commonwealth. It's called Pyre by Supergiant, yeah. After retreating to the mountains centuries ago, the Harbs refused to join the Commonwealth, and those old tensions boiled over into raids or skirmishes or all-out war. It's not on Switch! Oh no. Light tacticians such as Tamitha gave the Highwing remnants a swift and powerful military presence to this day, despite the Harbs' small numbers. She'd once hatched ambitious plans to overthrow the Commonwealth, breaching its defences so her sisters could rain down untold destruction. On the darkest night of the year, she led a daring infiltration mission deep into her enemy's lands. It almost worked. However, she was betrayed by someone very close to her, someone branded a Commonwealth sympathiser, Tamitha. Tamitha was caught, clipped, and subsequently exiled as a prisoner of war, but being trapped within the downside only stoked her fury. I wound up in here not too long afterwards. Anyway, it's complicated what happened between us. What I did for her own good, and that of all our sisters. Though I'm beginning to doubt that Tamitha will ever see it that way. We'll see, I suppose, but for now I'd best try and catch what sleep I'm able. Pleasant dreams then, darling. You bid a good night to Tamitha in turn. No time now to make flight preparations, though come morning the Black Wagon will press onward. We have a conversation. The page revealed the dissidents. Let's read this real quick. I myself, Ha'ub, did form the dissidents under this simple tenet. Those who do not belong, belong. The other scribes, some of them showed at first reluctance to allow an imp, and one accursed, to designate one of the 9 triumvirates, but Mer the Horned One, stubborn as he was, stood by my side. In time they came to understand, for I remained as ever at their side, as living bit of proof of their absurdity. The dissidents are an extension of my oddity. Those who do not adhere, they are not to be discarded, underestimated, or dismissed. They are as necessary as those against whom they rebel. You approach Ruki, you sense none of his usual anxious energy. I'm free. Then he rushes up to you, a return to form. I mean, I know I'm not. I'm stuck down here with all the rest of you. It's just like, I can finally get to set aside this giant bag of rocks I've been carrying around. You know what I mean? Wanted to say thanks, sister, for giving me a hand with the little situation between myself and Barker. I don't think I would have had it in me to stand up to him unless I knew you and the others had my back. Now at least old Mama Greentail won't get any trouble from him on the other side. She's still waiting for her Rookie boy to come on home, but at least she won't be getting hassled by a bunch of nasty curs just because I struck a lousy deal. So yeah, sister, you ever need something, I owe you one. And then some. Cur's oath. He prances out of the wagon, a newfound lightness in his step. Rookie gained +2 hope permanently. My heart. I think we're going to try and send Rookie back next. Continue your journey. Being here in flagging hands continues to sap most everyone's spirits. Okay, getting out of here is probably a good shout. As you soar above the waters of Worm Gulf, you notice Sir Gilman sidle up to you, very slowly. We are very, 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 very high above the waters, if this knight is not mistaken. This knight's brethren lurk beneath the surface there, in numbers untold. Fortunately, if we were to come crashing down to the surface now, then this knight, why, he would receive a watery burial in the custom of his kind. Okay, so there's little flashy bits of lore like that. The Hulk of Ores. It has drifted here upon the sea for longer than one might expect. Perhaps you already read of the doomed ship's demise in the embrace of unfathomed plans. Some say it was the sea itself which preserved the ship's remains, hidden properties within the water, sea creatures binding together the ruined planks of wood. Those such as yourselves in the essence know another truth, I gather. The stars would not align over the wreckage if it did not have greater significance than first appears. May you have good fortune there during the coming rite. We've got Ragged Rock, Under King Pass, and Fathomless Trench. Bay has a hunch you might find something of value. Rookie knows someone here who owes him for a past debt. Ortizo wants to fish for something tasty. Let's go to Under King Pass. You touch down at the Sea of Solace, where you first encountered Sir Gilman and the Pyre Hearts. You soon shall carry on by sea, though for now you have some time to spare. Collect on old favours. You follow Rookie to an inconspicuous-looking locale somewhere in the sprawling waters of Under King Pass. He soon procures something from a hidden stash. Alright, sister, we got what we came for. No funny business, just the way I like it. You received owed dues, another debt repaid. 80, nice. Rookie again. Rookie is counting the group's supply of soul when he sees you approach. I'm guessing that's the cash money. He rushes right up to you as per his custom. Hey sister, I was just seeing what we could pick up from the slug market next chance we get. Been running some numbers here, and by my count we've made old Falcon Ron richer by 167 souls so far, if you can believe that. He's probably doing pretty well these days, just thanks to us. But I figure we got a decent arrangement going. Hoarding soul ain't gonna do us any good down here, and Ron's merchandise can help us get ahead. Those talismans are weird, right? But they seem to work, especially if you heap some of that Stardust stuff onto them, right? Say, you don't think it's cheating using that stuff, do you, sister? He does not give you the opportunity to answer. Though anyways, that Ron and I, we go way back, alright? Like, you don't even know. He and I, why, technically we knew each other even back before I ended up down here. He was one of my importers, so to speak. Yeah, he and I, we had a good thing going for a while. Sent all sorts of junk downriver to him, and back in the Commonwealth, the soul was still worth something to some folk. One day, of course, the jig was up for me, you understand. So imagine his surprise when I ran into him, right here on his home turf. You make an effort to imagine Falcon Ron's surprise. Yeah, fine, so Ron didn't shed no tears about me getting thrown down. When I first met him face to face, he just says, "Oh hey, Mr. Greentail," like he's expecting me or something, though he did seem pretty miffed at losing me as a supplier. But he got me as a customer. Believe you me, his prices would be 10 times worse if not for Rookie Greentail's premier loyalty discount, taken off the top. Just whatever you do, don't go around asking questions about him. Believe you me, the less we know about our good chum Falcon Ron, the better. Anyways, I'm off to chase my tail for a bit, so be seeing you around, sister. He bounds off out the wagon. You love Ruki? He's adorable. To the Hulk of RS we go. En route to the Hulk of RS, the wagon comes to a sudden halt. That does it. I am leaving. The cause of Dariel's outburst soon becomes apparent. Well, Rita darling, at least some of us know how to take a joke, wouldn't you say? Look, she was reminiscing once again about her soldier days, and I just happened to point out, I may have suggested the fiery destruction of the Spiral Sanctum happened on her former unit's watch. I mean, didn't it? Not that she would have made much of a difference had she been there herself. She ought to thank the saint that she was spared by her exile here. I thought she held no love for your Commonwealth. I shall never understand what it is your people ever saw in that dreadful place, but I guess I hit a sore spot. I should probably apologise. She swoops off. There is no sign of either one of them. You organise a small search. It proves fruitless, but then Jadari returns alone as if nothing happened. She's back to her calm self. Let us continue. I regret the interruption. Pamitha soon comes back as well. Oh, don't you worry, darling. I've definitely patched things up between us. Honest. At least, I think I perhaps didn't make things worse. She returns to her big business in the wagon. You make ready to resume your travels, but make a note to follow up with them. Enemies to lovers? Maybe. We've got the Hulk of RS and the Freedom Pact. We also have Pamitha to talk to. Let's check the book. The Freedom Pact. We rid the land of an impending doom, but faced another of its kind, for we knew that we were trapped. Yet for each danger we faced, for every failed ambush by Arch, we met with gentle souls and kindred spirits in the downside, who served more than to fade from memory within this land. Deserved more than to fade from memory within this land. It was then the stars themselves showed us the way, delineating a great voyage across the sea. Near broken we became, but then at last, a moonlit vision, that of the rights, thus shall they say of us. The A-scribes gave their freedom so that we may yet have ours. The Hulk of RS. The Dazraban was the first of many river ships to vanish in the downside. Although presumptions of its loss were not inaccurate, the doomed ship and her valiant crew had charted half the Sea of Solus ere the end of their brave voyage. The sea titan Unfathomed Plurnus was not fond of vessels sullying her sea and split the doomed ship with a single swipe. The ship's own shattered prow would later end the sea titan's cruel range, as the boastful Underking loves to recount. The stars themselves must have been moved by this. That point within the sea, now sacred, has the stars dancing in homage every now and again. Also got Sea of Solus. Beyond the shallow, sickly gulf, our voyage grew increasingly forbidding and much harder to explain. How could a sea exist here, at the bottom of the world? We could not deduce when sprang the carcasses of ancient sailing ships we found throughout the Sea of Solus, though the warnings that they signified we duly noticed. It was here we first met Oris, called the Underking, who brazenly assaulted our small skiff, for we had trespassed in his waters. But then the Underking relented, for he witnessed Solium Mer in all his doom and glory. Soon he would side with us. Then, with the Underking, we sailed forth into a tempest beyond reasoning or measure. Pamitha. You find Pamitha in the midst of a heated conversation. All I'm saying is we're limiting not only our own chances individually, but all your friends' chances as well. Jadariel seems to be considering whatever it is that Pamitha proposed. Reader. Harp here is suggesting that perhaps it would be best if I were to form an alliance with the ones whom I fought for the better part of my life. Just with me, Jadariel, I cannot vouch for anybody else. How utterly absurd. If we were in the Commonwealth, I would have not stayed my hand against her. That I can say for certain. However, as Hedwyn would say, what happened back there? Perhaps none of that matters anymore, and what matters more is what we do from here. Pamitha is so heckin' pretty. As is Jadariel. That is to say, I'm willing to give it a shot. You mean, you'd be willing to conduct the rites with me? Yes. Excellent. I knew you'd come around. Thought she'd never come around, but I'll give her the benefit of the doubt here. I'm grateful for your open-mindedness. No need to let old enmities between our ancestors ruin things between us, or the others in our little party for that matter, after all. Do not push it with me, Harp. We shall see if the reader here is thus inclined to Paris in the coming rites. I am willing to defer to her. Anyway, you see, I think I managed to make amends there. Doubtless we'll get on swimmingly in no time. Pamitha and Jadariel are now willing to conduct the race together. Hope for the best. Fuck yeah. We also have the solar shell. The sparkly thing in its center is in fact its heart, which it airs out from time to time. Cool. Got the shop as well. Oh, hey guys, I got something here which I think maybe you'd like. He shows you several bottles of multicolored liquids of some sort. Sun serum, star serum, and moon serum. Ooh. Yeah, they taste pretty good, I guess, and besides, they can give you just the little lift you need, you know what I mean? You get thirsty for them, don't worry, I can get more soon. Okay, well, we've got eau d'eaus to sell. Oh, excuse me. That's expensive. Let's save a bit more. Ugh. Appreciate you doing business and be sure to tell your friends, okay? Commence the rite. We're going to take a break after this rite as well. The afternoon is just beginning to give way to nightfall as you and your companions finish making preparations for the coming rite. Through all the ceremony, you realise Pamitha is nowhere to be found. The last anybody saw of her was shortly after the Black Wagon came to rest here at the Hulk of Ares. She returns just as you are beginning to plan to search for her. Sorry to have worried you there, Rita darling. Just getting a little antsy is all. Had to go and spread my wings a bit and shake away the nerves. She's holding something back. Don't you get in my head. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth, damn it. Damn you, Rita. Get out. Get out. Get out. Anyhow, it looks as if the show's about to start. I shall be in the field with the others. As Pamitha departs, you see she is right, as the stars above begin to shine. You know she is about to face her sister Tamitha once again. You accept that it's a very private matter between them. So that's just that they can tell when we're reading them. Something else catches your notice in the sky this time. Strange new stars shimmering about the ones you recognize. The greater titans have returned. Some of them, and Million Spirit not informed, but those dark stars are a portentous sign, though they may light your way, beware the path which they illuminate, reader. Henceforth you may invite the influence of the Titan stars, look upon them without fear.
Behold, the Titan stars.
Ah, okay. This is this mechanic in this game. Cool. So the Titan stars will grant us more experience, but also make it more difficult for us. So more cunning and much quicker to react, because I don't want to use any of those right now. So let's just play a base match. Is Faye the one who banishes when she jumps, or did I not pick that up on anyone?
Burning remnants of monstrosity,
Because she could be very useful.
themselves. Who could stand against them in their fury? You are wise to have resisted their seductions, reader.
Well, if it gives me a Titan star that I like, though.
Keen as they are to confront you
Plus
once
8
again.
hope is a bit much.
Put out their fire first, and show them the glory of the Night Wings. Now then, make ready for the rite.
The winged exiles of the Essence take position opposite your own companions, and their leader soon asserts herself. Pamitha, come forth. No trickery this time. She appears as Arthur, remains silent as her blood sister studies her for a time. Tamitha then reaches for her mask. You look wary to me, sister. Oh, too little sleep, I guess. I do get rather anxious sometimes, on the night before one of these things. It can be a lot of pressure. Understandable. The two of them say nothing for a time. You cannot discern what they're thinking. The High Wing remnants all seem to be very mentally acute, trained as they are from birth. Soon enough, Pamitha cuts through the tension, her tone as light as ever. So, given further thought to my proposal then? I have. And I think that now is not the time for talk. Besides, your comrades there, surely you give them pause. Even now they must be questioning your loyalty. What? But I... Oh, cut it with the stammering, Pamitha. It's very unbecoming, you know that. And you be sure to tell the comrades of yours what you proposed to me. She dons her mask once more. As she rejoins the other exiles of the Essence, Pamitha hesitates before returning to your group. I told her she could take my place. That I would keep her up to date about our progress and that she could take my place if ever it was time for me to go. But you don't have to worry. For one thing, she refused, and for another, well, I'd better tell you later, but now, remember, you can count on me. They have an ashen coal.
Now we shall get started.
We should probably use Sir Gilman. He's very quick. Did I give the coal to Ruki? Yeah. We'll give that to Gilman. Ruki will hold on to his own talisman.
Sir Gilman.
Faye is just very good. Who is it that has the jump block? Teaser. Was it Headwind that had jump block, maybe? I think it might have been. Unless it's Sir Gilman, which I wasn't paying attention to. Okay. We'll choose Pamitha, yeah. Maybe Jodie as well?
It is done.
Damnation on the Highwing remnants, they plague us even here. Face us, wastrels of the Commonwealth, the pain and loss of your defeat this night shall reverberate not only in your hollow hearts, but in the homeland that abandoned you. You're quite sure it has to be this way then, sister? There is no compromise here, Pamitha, not for traitors to my country or my blood. I understand, then so be it. Yeah, they have a thingy as well, so we're ahead of them now. Damn, it's hard to get them without cast, so I think Jodie's going to be good. You seem so distracted, Pamitha. Is there something more you wish to say to me? Once you feel that I'm owed, perhaps? Pamitha stops at this and reaches for her mask. I'm sorry for what I did to you, sister. For what you did to me. Your apology rings as hollow as your plumage. You rehearse it further upon every last survivor of the Highwing remnants. Now, no more talk.
Such hatred spewing constantly from Tamitha. Yet here in exile, she is not but talk. Brilliantly
Did it.
done.
Nice.
Your adversary adversary's pyre now falls short of yours. Punishment for all. Spectacularly done.
Jody in there.
The orb's up.
Oh, we dropped it. Damn. Nice. Nice. We got. That's fine. We've still got quite a bit more than them. And that gives us 3 people to play with now.
The flames of freedom.
So if we score with Jody next.
Didn't see it coming. Thoroughly banished. And
We win.
Done.
Nice.
The Night Wings prevail.
New Alliance. Oh, we got an achievement for doing that as well.
Stood by their
Fuck
side.
yeah.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
You win, Blood Sister. You win. I don't suppose that means you'll reconsider. You know that I cannot. You are always obstinate, but in that regard, and all others which count for anything, you are inferior to me. Remember that. What you offered is meaningless to me. I shall free myself without your help, or that of anyone. Now then, farewell. Wait, what of your comrades, the Essence? You must need them at least. Mincing my words as ever, Pamitha. Know that I do love you, in a way. Is that what you wish to hear? But my purpose is plain, and you stand in its way. You are a fool to think that my freedom is my goal. My freedom is a means towards the end, the likes of which you would never abide. Do you think that you could sway me from my purpose, Pamitha? Pamitha remained silent for some time. No, I think that you will struggle to destroy the Commonwealth no matter what it takes, no matter if, in doing so, you are destroyed instead. Just so. So then you understand me after all. Pamitha does not turn to watch her blood sister depart.
The rites do tend to teach something of trust. A flash of inspiration for next
We should try and use Ruki in the next, right? Gilman was a good choice there. We can only use up to 500 inspiration each time. Cool. So we didn't rank up, I don't think.
Right.
So, how was that for you, Jody, darling? I suppose the outcome was acceptable. I'll take that as a compliment, and reader, thank you for your guidance as ever. Hell yeah! Oh, I love that we're making them friends. Back at the wagon after prevailing over the Essence in a rather one-sided contest, you're about to join the others discussing the outcome when Volfred finds you. Good work back there, my girl. Although I'm afraid I must pull you away from any revelry, for there is something you should see. Please, join me outside. Look forth. The golden star reveals itself to us once more. Indeed, somewhere deep in the infinite dark, a single star shines brighter than the rest. The path to freedom reveals itself again. Confirm your destination. Oh! Meant search for Pamitha. Fair. Solium the Golden Star. Which means we are going to face the fate. Cool. That's what I was hoping. Interact to challenge the fate here next. Prevail and one among you shall be free. I like the fate. I like all the characters in this game, actually, they're very good. The rites are calling you again to the Fall of Solium, where one among you may go free, should you prevail. It is as we discussed. The cycle of the rites is beginning to turn more quickly. Perhaps the scribes themselves have taken notice. Fortunately, having more frequent opportunities to free ourselves is not unwelcome to our plan. I suppose it's good for everyone, including the fate who will oppose us next. Getting to Mount Elodial will be a little easier than before at least. We should be able to make landing near to some of the old monuments to the scribes. Let's set forth at dawn. Soon everyone is off to rest, as best as they are able, knowing that another chance at liberty for one of them shall soon present itself. Page revealed the essence. We've also got a conversation with Pamitha. The winged members of the Essence, each chosen by the matriarch Triesta Tithys, are living exemplars of liberty and piety. Would that my wings could be thus. You, of course, must know we all had wings. It is said that the people of the Empire relinquished theirs, drawn in by the earthly matters as they were, but the Harbs, such as Triesta, held tight the liberty their plumage could afford. These divergent paths did cause a share of differences between the winged and the wingless over time, but here in this land our purposes are shared, our goals united. That then is the Essence. That is who they are, what, and why. Pamitha. She seems to have something to talk to you about. Despite Pamitha's mental conditioning, you can tell something is troubling her. She won't listen to a word I say, not one damn word. If she weren't my blood sister, I should think I'd hate her guts as much as she hates mine. She shakes her head. I should apologize to you and everyone. I sought out Tamitha without asking your leave. Figured I would rather seek forgiveness than permission, you understand? My attempts with Tamitha didn't amount to much, as you well saw. So, at this point, I'm hopeful you'll be more accepting of apologies than she. Though, tell me something, Rita, darling. Do you suppose I'm going to betray you? You may know that better than I do at this point. Oh, I think we're gonna say that we trust her. You expressed to Pamitha that you do not view her efforts to make peace with Tamitha as being contradictory to the group's larger goals. You understand why she did what she did. She says nothing for a while. That's kind of you to say, darling. May the others see it with such generosity, but if they don't, you need but tell me to depart and I'll be on my way. However, I've a promise that I wish to make you. You let me stay and I'll see this through with all of you, no matter where we all end up. I'll be on the roof for a bit, I think. You take care too, darling. Jesus. Despite Pamitha's disappointment with the outcome of her confrontation with her blood sister, you sense she is less troubled now after your brief conversation. Cool. We're going to take a quick pause here before we do the Ascension Rite thingy. Because I'm going to go grab a drink. I'll see you in a few minutes, I'll be right back. Hello, I'm back. Let's tab back into the game. Continue your journey. I think, yeah, we have to go to Emperor's Fall and we're going to climb up there. Again, by the looks of things. Or Emperor's Ascent. Ooh. Pamitha shall gain favour from the scribes if you land here. Sir Gilman shall gain favour from the scribes. Let's go for Pamitha. You make the landing on the sacred Mount Elodiel, upon whose summit the next liberation rite shall soon take place. You wonder who among you may regain his or her freedom this time. Volfred finds you after the post-flight inspection. We shall have to take the rest of the trip to the Fall of Solium by land. May we soon liberate another of our own there. That should raise the chances that our plan shall ultimately succeed. Seek the Nomad Scribe's favour. Later that day, you accompany Pamitha into the fading glory of Emperor's Fall, where a monument to Gol Golathanion awaits you. A pathway on the outskirts of Mount Elodiel's nameless lower summits. Second of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Oathkeeper or Repentant, the Empire's Master General entered exile of his own volition to pursue his liege. Perhaps due to the nature of this place, you begin to sense Pamitha's inner thoughts as clear as if she was speaking aloud. Talking to the dead again, Pamitha? Fine, why not? Ought to keep your mind off things. Just don't go getting your hopes up. Your life back there, it wouldn't be any better anyway. Soon you and she have finished paying your respects. You return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though Gol Golathanion has shown you favour. At dawn you shall begin your ascent, for now the solitude here is fit for pursuing your vocations. Pamitha gain +2 hope for the next rite. Nice. We'll probably have a conversation with Pamitha. Yep. She seems to have something on her mind. Interact to speak with her. Find Pamitha by herself again, though her expression is growing darker than her custom. Leave me be, would you, Rita, darling? Trying to get some good and proper moping done here, and you're distracting me. Leave me be, Rita. Just leave me be. Just leave me be. You don't want to know what's lurking in my heart or mind. What you'll find there isn't pretty. Yet something about her thought process is different to you now. You know that with her conditioning she can resist your scrutiny, but now her thoughts are laid bare to you. Pamitha is alone with her thoughts. Oh. Pamitha seems to be inviting you into her thoughts. You remain there in that lonesome space with her. What is it going to take, I wonder, Tamitha? Shall I just go ahead and kill them all? That would be proof enough. Perhaps about my loyalty to you and our sisters. Perhaps I ought to start with this one right in front of me. The bond between you severs as Pamitha opens her eyes and stares at you. Then she smiles sweetly and gives a gentle laugh. You see, Rita, darling, my thoughts are rather cumbersome at times. But do not fear, I have them very well under control. Still, thoughts being the loathsome things they are, I nonetheless cannot fully suppress them. She exhales and looks askance. You know by now why I'm in this mess with all of you. You could say I lack Tamitha's sense of commitment, her zeal. She lives only to see your nation overthrown, or something worse if she could have her way. Centuries of conflict can be quite emboldening that way, especially when one's sister's leading cause of death is Commonwealth-forged steel. Wielded with the utmost mercy, of course. While I had a little patience for the senselessness of it myself, became a bit of a pariah, I suppose. I knew Tamitha was going to get herself and others killed someday, so when she was to fly out on this big mission of hers, I had other arrangements made. But after she was caught, your people did not exactly uphold their end of the bargain. I knew there were such risks, of course, and yet a chance is still a chance. Tamitha was clipped and cast down, a mercy they called it. I did not see it that way, and in my growing protests of her treatment I was soon enough to follow. She falls silent for a while. I haven't yet decided if I entirely regret my actions, but I do seek Tamitha's forgiveness, and I wish that she could see my thoughts for what they are, as it seems you can. Then she might realize our nation's people have much more in common than she knows. Sometimes I wonder which of them's the stupider. She brushes past you and out of the wagon for now. Spicy! Roasted by updated Pamatha. She's an outcast of the Highwing Remnants. Oh, my wrist is hurting. I'll probably do this initiation right and then finish up, because my wrist actually really quite hurts. Last occupation Talon. She was born on the 31st of the 8th moon, suggesting she is practical and easygoing. Cool, let's exit. See if we can mentor someone. Let's mentor Ruki. Sure, sister, I could go for some enlightenment right about now, might take the edge off. Ruka gains some somewhat stronger grasp of how better to pass the celestial orb through strength of will and in one's trust, and trust in one's triumph than through dexterity alone. He nods in understanding. You know, with all this rights business, there's been this one real fancy move that I've been mulling for a while, and I think I finally just got how I could pull it off. I'm gonna grab Guiding Light. That orb thing feels like it weighs a ton sometimes, and other times it's like a feather. Continue your journey. We'll probably have paths to pick here, yeah. Temple High Road. Since Jadariel should gain favour from the scribes along this route. Tizo. We should probably use Tizo. Let's go to the Temple Thistan and improve Tizo's standing for the rights, I guess. On the way to the summit, you pass a monument to Under King Oris, and Tizo happens to take notice. You wish for good fortune in the coming rite and your plan. As for Tizo... Hello again, old friend. I hope the stars are comforting to you. These Nightwings are strong of spirit, as I have seen. Please look after them. He says little after paying his respect. However, as you prepare to continue your ascent, you sense that Under King Oris has shown you favour. Tizo gains 3 glory for the next rite, hell yeah. We're going to run Ruki for sure, because we want to send Ruki for Ascension. We're at the gate again. You and your companions gather once more at the Scribe's Gate, where a single narrow trail leads upward towards the summit, past an archway carved of stone. Come this way, please. The minstrel leads you toward the archway, where his counterpart awaits. The exiles of the Nightwings have returned. They have. Greetings, Celeste. She all but ignores him and motions to the rest of you. Now then, each of you, please in turn state your name and what it is you seek while crossing Scribe's Gate. Please, do just as she says. Everyone steps forth one after another, much like before. Ruki passes through the gate. Faye passes through the gate. Sir Gilman passes through the gate. Pamatha passes through the gate. Tizo passes through the gate. Jadariel passes through the gate. Volfred passes through the gate. No one is left to go but you. You step forth and declare yourself as you did before. The Guardian of Scribe's Gate regards you with a still expression. Then she addresses all of you in her formal manner. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. The lone minstrel glances up at the Gate Guardian. You have our gratitude, Celeste. But she pays him no heed. There's definitely some history there between those two, I think. Again, you gain the top of Mount Elodiel, from which the downside sprawls before you. You wonder whether one among you shall follow soon headwind from this place. Place. Page revealed, the fall of Solium. From the top of Mount Elodiel, the downside may be seen in its entirety, or at least felt, since so much of the land is shrouded, but that is hardly all. Through a wondrous miracle, there lies upon the highest mountain an inverted fall, whose waters crash not toward the sea, but rush toward the heavens. We speculate that these are the very waters which delivered us, but now bend backwards, seeking their return, as do we all. In this phenomenon can freedom be achieved, but only for the chosen, when the time is right. This is a path to freedom we cannot traverse, but shall leave open for you so that you may strive for it. Oh, hey guys, you know it gets a real awful cold up here sometimes waiting for customers, so come on in, okay? And good luck in that big battle thing you got. That's where you're going, isn't it? I heard it's going to be exciting from my friends. But another couple of things. Infernal Bloom. We're not doing much orb flinging. And we don't really use this one. What's this one? To hope. Now let's sell all of them. We're gonna grab the speed with the orb. It's gonna cost a fuckload of soul, but I'm here for it. Must be our lucky day here, or I don't know what, Dad. And that's the liberation rite. The time has come for your second liberation rite to commence. You observe the lone minstrel and Volfred speaking in hushed tones, but cannot sense the topic or the tone. Then Volfred looks up at you. I trust that you are feeling as prepared as possible, my girl. Each rite is consequential to our journey, it's known in respect, though these liberation rites have a more immediate effect. It's somewhat crass, however. I've gone and estimated by how much each of our companions may contribute to the outcome of our plan should they be liberated here. Factors such as their previous occupation, innate tendency to lead, and oratory skill contributed to my assessment. It's nothing personal, for we are all in this together. Besides, we all ought to return in time if possible. Know simply that for each one of us who goes, in doing so, he or she shall raise our total chance of success. Reader, madam, this night you shall confront the fate. They have already appointed Dalbert to be liberated should they manage to prevail. We all had faith in you, my girl, and lo, even the stars agree on this account. Ooh, we've got a new one. At the start of this rite, your adversary's Pyre shall automatically gain 30. We'll try that one.
Some grease.
So, basically we're trying to send people back to where we came from, so that they can overthrow the government, essentially.
The Nightwings have returned unto the fall of Solium, at which the scribes first formed their sacred union. At stake this night is freedom and prosperity. But only for one exile who prevails in this
Grace, hey.
Your many adversaries
Hello at you.
all did strive to earn this opportunity. 'Twas the fate which earned it. Who shall be absolved is up to all of you.
They're gonna have 130. Grace, thank you so much for 14 months of subscription. That's a heckin' long time. I really appreciate that. Welcome back into the Rose Garden, and welcome back to the Price Greenhouse as well. I hope you continue to enjoy your emotes. I really appreciate all your support. And Grace, you are officially a bud. Oh yeah. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the fate, come forth now and declare yourself and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. The bent old cur Dalbert steps forward and struggles for a moment with his mask. Greetings, good herald. I am called Dalbert Oldheart. It is the greatest honour of my years to stand upon this sacred site upon which the 8 scribes first anointed these glorious proceedings. Nightwings, we are honoured to be in your presence once more. Father, they are our adversaries, not our hosts. We need not be so gentle with them. They shall not do their utmost to keep you from your freedom. Dalbert, your son speaks out of turn. Control him. My sincerest apologies for his unnecessary outburst. Alma, please, we have worked toward this opportunity and we must make the most of it. He puts his mask back on. My son and I stand ready to begin. I wonder what happens if one of them wins the Ascension, or the Liberation rite. Because if they do, they won't be around to play anymore. Now then, have the Nightwings reached a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct the liberation rite? Reader, I am about to tell you once more, the first companion whom you choose shall go free this very night, if you prevail. Only the knight may be thus anointed, and that all among you may yet be ready. The other two chosen for the triumvirate shall lend their aid. Nightwings, make your decision. If we can, it's going to be Rookie.
You set free.
We can. We're going to anoint Rookie. Good choice there, sister, though if I get out of here, I don't know what you're going to do without me.
Who shall lend him support?
So last time we definitely did Rookie, Jadariel, and Headwind. We're going to use Tizo here. Because Tizo has a boost. I believe Pamitha might have a boost as well. Tizo seems very determined to support Rookie. Tizo's so good. We probably should use Gilman again at some point to boost him up, but we can use him in a lower one. Let's use Faye. She's one of my best. Is it like they live happily in their world if you liberate them but you have to say goodbye? Pretty much. Oh, I can help. I think I can help. We give thanks to have this opportunity to face you, O Nightwings. Now let us strive to our fullest capability with honor and with grace. Save your strength for the right, Father, and for the voyage home. Let this be our final battle against them. We have a very similar team makeup to them, actually.
Commence.
I want to see something. I want to see if there's an achievement for only scoring with one person every time, and we can do that with Rookie. Because he returns after he scores. Hear us now, O noble Jamur, for we beseech you, surely we cannot prevail without your aid. If ever you have heard my prayers, I beg of you, please smile upon us now. Whether from his prayers to the scribes, or simply from Dalbert's resolve, something comes over your fellow exiles here. If they're banished now, they shall soon return. Did we just lose hope? Is that what we did? Oh god, that's a long banishment. Oh, Rookie got stuck on something. We got. That's my own bad though. Straight in there. No, if you lose, so basically hope is a mechanic that decides how fast people respawn. The lower your hope, the slower they take. Or the longer they take, even. Okay, we should have this. Yep. And we need one more goal. So the lower your hope, the longer it takes to return. So if you lose hope, it just means you're going to be without people for a bit longer. Ooh, they threw that one in. Okay. Oh shit! I drifted. Didn't manage it.
Alas for Alma. And there it is, at last. The Night Wings proved their worth. An outcome which left little room for doubt. Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus the scribes have chosen the exile appointed by the Night Wings shall be free.
That's your Pyre, and that's basically has a certain amount of health. And if that goes to 0, then you lose the match, but the story carries on.
And all others shall remain to carry out their
I'm gonna be sad and happy for Rukia, I know. Alas, my son, once more it seems that I have failed you. Father, wait, what good is freedom to us anyway if we will be apart? So, what now? I guess I'm supposed to jump into this waterfall thing back here, and then that's it. I'm home free. I'm free. Something comes over him then. Now listen to me, chums. Don't any of you go thinking you're gonna miss me yet. You're gonna do just fine, even without old Rookie Greentail there to keep an eye out all the time. Even though the rest of you are just a bunch of slowpokes and all that. Me, I'm gonna be so busy drinking myself silly on Commonwealth stock, I'm sure I'm soon gonna forget each and every one of you. But just in case I don't, you be sure to stop by and visit me if you get back there too. Just look for Mama Greentail's shop, right in the heart of town, you can't miss it. So yeah, stop by, say hi, you know. I think I gotta go, so, excuse me. He drops into the shimmer pool and disappears within, although you can still hear him going on about something. Whoa, let me tell you, this is weird in here. Hey, it's starting. Oh, wait! Rookie earned back his freedom. May he return in glory.
Godspeed, Rookie Greentail. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again.
We should use Tizo again. We've got Titan Stars boosting us now. Okay, so we kind of want Tizo, Pamathurt, and
The 8 scribes gave their freedom so that we may yet have ours.
Father, wait. Calm yourself, my son. The liberation rite is ended. But no, how can you be so calm, even now, after what happened? Did you strive this night with all your heart, Alma? Yes, but it was not enough. It was not enough. No, my son, it was enough. It was more than enough. Father. You return to the wagon after having prevailed against the fate in the liberation rite. Tizo wishes Rukia a safe journey home. Do you think Rukia is already home? You succeeded in liberating Rukia, who returned to the Commonwealth in glory. We did what we could. With each liberation rite, we strive to advance our plan. A brighter future awaits at the end of our path. For now, we must persevere. Speaking of which, reader, I take it you've seen the stars, or should I say the lack thereof. You have, or did. Once more the sky is all abyssal darkness following the liberation rite. No stars illuminate themselves to guide you further on your path. Then, let us go once more to Moonlight Alcove. I have an errand I must run. Besides, once we arrive, best we recover now and make our way southward at first light. We have a conversation to have. Sir Gilman. We also have some pages to read. The greater Titans. The stars shine strange beneath the sea. This one dared rise from the waters so that he could see them plain. The burning essences of those who came before. Our lives are but a quest to join the stars. This one longed to be the brightest, but in the downside, this one met with those whose own stars shall doubtless burn at least as hot. Together we achieved great deeds. You may have seen some evidence of it, the remains of the greater Titans, which once darkened this dark land. But in our kinship was the strength to conquer them. It is this one's humble charge to chronicle those deeds. May the Titan stars never stain the sky during your time. Well, bad news for you, buddy. Sun Grease. You know the sacred Mount Elodial, the highest peak within the lowest land? Then know that it is no mere mountain, but the fractured bonework of the World Titan himself, the Arch-Beast Sun Grease. This one's bog-dwelling companion Melith is too mild in her account of our ascent. It was not a pleasant mountain hike, but a pitched battle spanning 17 full moons. Finally, the 8 of us, we climbed atop the brow of old Sun Grease. We merged our strength and struck the mortal blow, such that the Archbeast shattered finally to pieces. It is no mere myth that from the Archbeast's eye the Shimmer Pool emerged, the sole means of freedom from this land. The Fate united under many main the Alpha Chief. He is brash but follows his traditions. He prizes faith, discipline and honour, qualities he seems to lack at first. He formed the Fate under the precepts of the old bylaws of his four-legged ancestors. They believed in a certain natural order in the way of things. Many main wanted for the Fate to likewise show respect. Initially he only chose from other Curs. He, however, urged the Fate to replenish their numbers from any race or ethnic group thus willing. Thus shall they anticipate what is to come with open eyes and minds, and never frown upon what is in store for them. I like the Fate, they're cool. On Commonwealth. On Mercy. Mercy is the beating heart of a truly free society. Mercy even for the perpetrators of the darkest deeds. As our liege Solium drifted in an ocean of regret, he found their mercy, or rather it found him, and it saved his life. Mercy, freedom, they are intertwined. A society which raises a clenched fist against the stone shall follow the doomed path of the Empire of Sa. Ours shall be a merciful society. May the perpetrators of the darkest deeds be sent to join us here, where they may learn, as we have. Mercy shall engender union among all our different kind. We shall stand shoulder to shoulder, equals in the same society. I do want to check the planner. So we've liberated 2 people. We've got 42% chance of success. We need 1 more exile required to join the Nightwings. Cool. Cool. So we beat the Fate in that one. We have a 12-0 record at the minute. He seems to have something on his mind. After the liberation rite, you find Sir Gilman in an uncharacteristically quiet and contemplative mood. He salutes you crisply with his tail. Glory to you, Master Reader, and glory to the noble Rookie Greentail. Long may he prosper in the Commonwealth, and in so doing may he benefit the plan into which we have all been thrust. Then he falls silent for a time. You sense he's growing very emotional. In noble Rookie, this knight found a kindred spirit, Master Reader. One of questionable honour, the greatest cunning, and such blinding speed as to bid to minstrel's tale. The knight fears our triumvirate lost something irreplaceable in him. Of course, this knight is also pleased that Rookie has achieved his freedom, very much so. And furthermore, this knight shall now continue training even harder than before. Rookie Greentail, this knight shall train on and until such time as he is swifter than the jagged lightnings of the deathless tempest. Now, Master Reader, this knight must beg his leave of you, for it is time, not for his rest, but for his training. Know that he is very grateful for your wisdom and guidance in these rites. Between yourself and Master Rookie, you have instilled within this knight an unshakable resolve. He bows low and bids you a good evening. He's wild. This is where we're going to save, though. It's save